Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to jump into a time machine and take a trip through the history of how we all connect with each other. And we're going to do it quiz style to see just how much you know about the amazing evolution of communication. Ready? Let's get started. Think about it. From carrier pigeons all the way to the smartphone that's probably in your pocket right now, the way we talk to each other has completely changed. So how much do you really know about that journey? Let's find out. Get ready. Here comes your first question. Okay, for our first round, we are going way, way back. I want you to picture a world where a message could only travel as fast as a bird could fly, or as quickly as a little coded pulse down a wire. Let's kick things off with a two-parter. First, what's that common nickname we have for the physical mail system? And second, what feathered friend was basically the fastest way to send a message for centuries? You've got 5 seconds, starting now. Time's up. All right, if you said snail mail for the good old postal system, you got it. And for our speedy feathered messengers, that would be the carrier pigeon. These birds could cover hundreds of miles a day. I mean, that was like warp speed back then. If you got both, nice one. You're off to a fantastic start. All right, next up, we're moving from paper and pigeons to invisible waves and electric wires. So, who are the two key inventors we have to thank for the radio, which sent sound through the air, and the telegraph, which sent messages through wires? Think about it. I'll give you 5 seconds. So, the answers you were looking for are Guglielmo Marconi for the radio and Samuel Morse for the telegraph. Now, what's super interesting is that both of these incredible inventions needed a brand new language to work. And that leads us perfectly into our next question. So, what was this special code? You know, the one made of all those dots and dashes that powered both the early radio and the telegraph? You know the drill by now. You've got 5 seconds. Yep, the answer is Morse code. I mean, think about how brilliant this was. This simple system of dots and dashes turned the entire alphabet into a series of sounds or flashes that could be sent across the world. And as you can see right here, it can be used for anything, including probably the most famous signal ever, SOS. All right, we've talked about codes and pulses, but for this next section, things get personal. Technology takes this giant leap, and for the first time ever, we're not just sending signals, we're sending our actual voices and typed-out words. Okay, look down. If you're near a computer or a phone, you're looking at a QWERTY keyboard. We use it every single day. But have you ever stopped to ask, why isn't it just in alphabetical order? A, B, C, D, E. Seems way more logical, right? Let's take 5 seconds to think about that one. And the answer is all about traffic jams. Seriously, on the very first typewriters, these little metal arms would swing up to hit the paper. But if you typed two letters that were next to each other too fast, their arms would crash and get all jammed up. The QWERTY layout was this super clever solution. It separated the most commonly used letters to keep those arms from tangling. Kind of wild that an old mechanical problem still decides how we type today, huh? Okay, next question. This invention completely changed everything. Business, friendship, you name it. For the first time, you could hear someone's voice from miles away. So, who do we credit with inventing the first practical telephone? You've got 5 seconds. And that name is, of course, Alexander Graham Bell. Now, it's true that lots of people were working on similar ideas at the time, but Bell was the one who got that crucial patent and brought the telephone to the world. It was an invention that literally made our planet feel smaller overnight. All right, let's jump forward in time, way forward, to that little device that's probably in your pocket or on your desk right now. We still call it a phone, but it's really a supercomputer. So besides the obvious, making calls, can you name just 2 other things it can do? 5 seconds on the clock. Honestly, what can't it do? If you thought of texting, taking photos, surfing the web, playing games, or sending emails, you are 100% correct. And that's just scratching the surface, right? It really shows you how far we've come from that first talking wire. Okay, we've covered sending words and sounds. In our next section, we're adding a whole new dimension, sight. It's time to talk about capturing and sending pictures for the very first time. Okay, another two-parter for you. First, who actually invented the very first camera and took the world's first photograph? And second, who's the person that made cameras small, affordable, and easy for everyone to use with the famous Kodak brand? 5 seconds to think. And here they are. The credit for the very first camera goes to Joseph Nicephore Nace. A huge breakthrough. But let's be honest, not many of us would be taking pictures if it wasn't for George Eastman. He's the guy who made photography popular for the masses with his Kodak camera. So really, we need both of them for the world of photography we have today. Okay, so we have still pictures. The next logical step? Moving pictures. For a long, long time, radio was the king of home entertainment. Then television came along and changed everything. So what was the one huge thing a TV could do that a radio just couldn't? You've got 5 seconds. And the answer is pretty simple, but it was absolutely massive. Radio gave us sound, but television? It gave us sound and moving pictures. It captured our ears and our eyes all at once. That combo completely revolutionized news, entertainment, and, well, pretty much everything.
All right, here we go. Our final section. We are now entering the digital age. And you could argue that the inventions we're about to talk about, the personal computer and the internet, changed communication more drastically and more quickly than anything that came before. Let's get to our final questions.
Okay, time for a big 3-part finale. Ready? First, what does PC actually stand for? Second, who is the famous founder of Microsoft? And third, what exactly is the World Wide Web? Take a moment, think them through. Okay, let's see how you did. PC, of course, stands for personal computer. The legendary founder of Microsoft is Bill Gates. And the World Wide Web, well, you can think of it as a gigantic global library of information that connects pretty much the whole world. It's the very thing you're using to watch this right now.
And that's it. That's our quiz. We've gone all the way from carrier pigeons to personal computers. It's been an incredible journey, right? And if there's one thing to take away, it's that we humans are always, always looking for better ways to connect with each other. It's what drives all this amazing innovation. So that leaves just one final question, and this one's for you to think about. What do you think the next great communication invention will be?